8:45, we're back. Justin, that's your guy, huh?
Willie Jones, man, walks between the raindrops. That was down for it. We got T.I. on the remix, so T.I.'s going to be on the
I know I was busting his balls. I'm like, it's a rap channel, and y'all not going to give me the T.I. version? He was like, well,
I was just talking.
We got to get it out.
You know, sometimes you're just talking. You don't really, like, people just put words together, but they're not saying nothing. That's definitely the response. I was like, yeah, well, you know, it's not announced yet. But, yeah, it's a great place to announce it, so look out for that.
Look out for the T.I. version.
Right.
We didn't get to play it, but fuck it, you know. It's not like we're a rap station.
Right. Not at all. Not full time.
I'm not bitter. I know. I think I have played country before, talking over country in the goddamn, in the pill mix. So,
oh, word.
Yeah. JJ Cale and shit, yeah.
So maybe I don't get my plaque then.
Well,
I guess the first guest.
Yeah, you bought the first country guest.
I'm gonna make myself a plaque, man.
You got a motherfucking plaque.
I am. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make a plaque, an image. I'm gonna Photoshop a plaque,
and then
post it to the ground.
Yeah. Post it.
We got to give ourselves trophies, man.
Yeah.
It's like that new Snoop Dogg album. I want to thank me.
Well, Snoop can do that.
Snoop can do that.
Snoop can't thank me. Some of y'all,
yeah, that's true.
You guys got wait till you're 20 years in the game before you thank you.
That was the stupidest thing I ever said. You're correct about that.
Well, no, I hear you. No, here's the thing though. Like, to your point, like, you got to be your own cheerleader, guys, because everybody else is gonna want to. Like, you got the whole world that's lining up to shit on you, man. So you got to be your own cheerleader, man. You got to root for yourself. So
that's the truth.
To your point, I agree right there.
I like all my own posts on Instagram. I feel like if I don't like my post, why should anybody else?
That's a good idea. I'm gonna start liking my own posts too.
Yeah, I'm the first one to heart it.
Yeah, God, that's a good idea. I don't never like my own posts just because I just post them and forget about them. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to argue with people, so I'll argue. And then I take it down before they flag me because there's some snitching ass motherfuckers on there. Fuck you, tattletale ass bitches. And shout out to y'all cats that don't agree with me that still listen. There it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, so you actually got some news.
Some news. Tekashi 6ix9ine is now in federal court as we speak, testifying in his ongoing court case as a member of the 9 Trey Bloods to catch people up. Tekashi 6ix9ine was part of the 9 Trey Bloods who were arrested last year, charged with guns and drugs and all kinds of crimes. Wow. Today he hit the stand and has been pointing out a lot of people.
So this is he's like his career. He's singing.
I mean, correct. I mean, I think there was some debate on whether or not Tekashi, how much information he was going to provide on the stand. Tekashi 6ix9ine was not a quote unquote official member of the gang in the sense that he didn't have to put work in, but he was an official member of the gang in the sense that his music was funding their endeavors
and back and forth. It was a mutual. It was usually I take Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's like a trophy bride. You know what I mean? He's like they use him, he uses them. He gets to talk all the shit he wants because he knows he's got this gang behind him, and they get to fucking eat off of him. So it's like it's a mutual using thing.
Right, exactly. I mean, look, and everybody needs funding.
It's like brothers and fat white chicks.
Is that?
You come to Pontiac, Michigan. Fucking is that? Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So here's the thing with this case. That was one of the things that did come out. He did explain his relationship with the 9 Trey Bloods. He also, in one section of his testimony, as it's been reported as of now, he points out Trippie Redd as being a part of the 5'9" Brims, which is another gang. And he said that was in response as to why he was describing Gummo, which was a diss track allegedly initially it was allegedly at Trippie Redd, but now I guess it's official. Trippie Redd his name came out in my opinion, I did not expect to see other rappers in his testimony, other famous people in his testimony.
Do you think he needed to bring Trippie Redd into this shit?
I think, the way that the questioning reads so far, I don't think anybody's seen any video of this right now. This stuff is actually taking place in real time.
Can you read me a little chunk of it, just the Trippie Redd part, so I can understand it better?
Sure.
And I didn't know that Gummo was. was dissing Trippie Redd. I to be honest with you, I don't think I even listened to. I've only heard like a bit of his songs, and it just sounds like MOP or some shit like that. So I was like, I'll just go listen to MOP.
Yeah,
because I know that they're real gangsters.
Right. Yeah. So
I saw them beating up fucking bootleggers.
So here's according to Inner City Press, here's what it says. This is 6ix9ine. Trippie Redd was part of 5'9" Brims. Hernandez testifies. Did there come a time that Gummo was released on the internet? Yes, it went viral, meaning people share it. I just put it up on YouTube and said whatever happens, happens. Then the next quote is, Shotty said that the little rainbow head knows what he's doing. And he talks about how another song called Cuda came about, which was named after someone else. That was probably the gist of what he was saying.
You just saying everything about everyone.
You know, people in court don't expound a lot. They try to get straight to the answer of the question. So I doubt that this was something that he wasn't prepared for. I'm pretty sure his legal team was like, answer like this. When they ask you this, say this.
Yep. That's it's especially prosecution, like,
right?
On both sides, they make a fucking plan. They're like, when I ask you this, you answer that.
This is the state.
So he probably sat down and fucking spilled his guts, and then they were like, all right, we're gonna use this, and that. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that he's talking about people not involved in this case.
That's what I'm saying. Like he must have been fucking. They must have put he must have had the fear of God in him. He starts bringing in like other motherfucking radios. Like, and by the way, Big Daddy Kane bought a bird off of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like joking. Big Daddy Kane. Shout out to Kane. Long live the Kane. But like, yo, he's bringing in other fucking like.
This is extra, yo. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Look, you and I never was a fan of this fucking guy.
Right.
So like.
Yeah, I was a fan of the spectacle. I'll definitely say
you
that.
love the spectacle.
I love that spectacle. And that was a great year.
Hey, look,
we
man,
know that was a great year.
Me and you didn't have to talk about. We didn't have to think about shit. You would just bring up the little fucking My Little Pony looking ass motherfucker, and then we just talk about his ass, and the phone lines would blow up.
It was so great. I mean, to me, he also represents a series of years of New York rap, right? Like you had Bobby Shmurda come out. He had a hot summer, then he's in jail sitting down. Designer comes out, he had like a hot half a year, maybe 4 months, but he never really gets past that first song.
That's because he bit off old boy.
Right. Same thing as with Young M.A. She had a hot summer and a half, and then here comes Tekashi. He gets a full year before he gets knocked out the box.
But he was, look, man, shout out to his troll game. His troll game was pretty fucking, his troll game was dumb. I'm not even like, his trolling was something.
It was amazing.
Was something amazing.
There's a lot of lessons learned here, good and bad.
He was not real at all. He was fucking. He was like a WWE character. Like there was nothing real. He was not. Remember he was talking all that shit to Chief Keef, and like where Chief Keef at, and he's like got the cops out there with him and shit.
Sitting in the car, sitting in the back of the car.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, you over here in Chicago acting like you doing some things and you got the cops with you.
He went out into the projects in Chicago at 4 a.m.
with police. And then remember he was talking all that shit to wasn't it the Rap-A-Lot cats? And then he wouldn't come out on stage in Texas.
Come out on stage.
So it's just like he was like the perfect bad guy. He was like whatever. He's literally the guy that would like when the ref's not looking would cheat like that. Everyone's like, yeah, you're yelling at the TV. Like he was real life doing that shit.
He was heel on 1,000 trillion.
Yeah, he was the heel of the century. And now he's a songbird.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know how much time he's not going to get. There was a report. I don't know how true or not this is, but this is something that's out there. There was a newspaper that reported that he would.
What do you think? He's going to get like a year or something?
Maybe. I mean, probably a little bit more than that, but he'd also go into witness protection.
Oh, yeah.
So he would go into hiding somewhere. Because there was also a report that his family was concerned about this because obviously if he's in witness protection, they're now putting his whole family probably in witness protection, so other people are now.
They should. Liable. I mean, like, he's lucky there ain't the Mexican mafia or some shit like that. Like, one of them cartels, because they'll take out everybody. Like,
I mean, he's in court. I mean, this part was interesting, too. He's in court breaking down the 9 Trey Blood structure. Talking about there's a grandfather who's in prison. He's the one that, gives the green light. For
Damn, dog.
He's
for
real? And there's a general that's outside, and Shoddy was number 2 or 3. I mean, there is, as this unfolds, I think this is going to make some great reading. But he is giving org charts on the stand.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in protective custody. Yeah, he's not gonna be Gen Pop. And real talk,
I don't know if I blame him though, right? I mean, here's a kid who's not all the way in that life. They showed up at his door essentially just off of how he knew him.
Look, bigger gangsters than him have told.
Right.
That's kind of been once they came up with that. Once they started putting fucking. Like back in the day, they'll give you 10 years or some shit like back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. But then like they started putting real numbers on cats' heads, and they were like, well, he did it. Like everybody from the mafia to did Frank Lucas? Did he or did
Yeah, Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
I think he did. That's a Jay-Z lyric. I ain't Frank Lucas. I ain't trying to snitch. So, yeah, Frank Lucas snitched.
Everybody.
All those guys, Sammy the Bull, didn't he snitch?
Yeah, Sammy the Bull told like a motherfucker.
He snitched like a mofo.
Yeah, and came back out and was selling ecstasy.
Right.
Yeah.
He might be selling content pretty soon. Everybody's stories for sale these days.
Everyone's trying to get, Sammy the bullshit. Yeah, like.
You know it's coming?
That's what I'm saying. From mobsters to fucking hood dudes, these cats are fucking telling. So, like.
I don't think I can blame the kid for that, especially he's that young. He put that much money in those people's pockets. He was getting extorted by them by the end. They were taking so much money from his live shows and performances, way more than he knew that they were even negotiating for. I'm sure he has no love or loyalty for these guys at all, and felt like he probably did way more than anyone else had ever done for them, period. Now, you can argue the benefits of getting protection and wearing the brand, but he's the one with the checks.
Yeah, but without his protection, there would be no him.
I don't know.
He'd have got fucked up.
He could have gone someplace else.
He'd have got fucked. Without some type of protection, he wouldn't have been able to speak that reckless, because he was talking crazy for a long fucking time and didn't get touched.
Yeah, I mean, no, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. If I'm him, if I'm him at this point, yep, I probably would snitch too, man. I would definitely say that.
I'm going to tell you
I wouldn't be talking about people that's not in court. I wouldn't go that far. That's kind of crazy.
I'm going to say this.
But I probably wouldn't like those guys anymore anyway.
I'm not him.
Yeah, fortunately.
There's nothing about me that is him. So fucking, I can't even relate. I'm not him.
Right.
Like that's why I don't.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
He definitely had the best year, the most magnanimous rise.
And
that was a great year.
Like I said,
I can't think of another artist.
We didn't have to think of shit. We would just fucking and then say the phone number and everybody would call up and fucking shit on him. All the old heads, everybody born before 84 fucking hated that dude, man. They're like, fuck really this kid. Yeah. Everybody born.
Probably before 88.
Yeah. Okay.
88 now.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. Somewhere around them. Like I'm like, especially like the non-millennials at the very beginning of the millennium, like
they hated that.
Gen X motherfuckers and shit like that, because it was just a whole we got a whole different code. You know what I mean? So like we're watching this guy operate from a whole different code. We're like, fuck, damn, bro. Like, really? You saying all of that shit? Like, the code changed. So, like, young kids, they're operating from a different code. They were like, oh, yeah, this guy's fucking crazy.
Right.
Old heads is like, he's violating.
They did the whole, I mean, he was living off of internet rules. And for a long time, seemed like he was getting away with it.
Well,
and that made a lot of people uncomfortable.
I called it. I was like, this shit's going to come back to him some way or another. Like, you don't fucking, it came back to him. I wasn't expecting it to come back this way. But I don't feel bad for him at all. And I'm not happy. I'm just indifferent. And whatever happens to his family, should have told him to shut the fuck up. And I'm sure they was enjoying their steak dinners while he was talking all that shit. So
right.
Such is life.
Right. Odd as Egg McMuffins at night. That's a Lupe Fiasco quote.
Odd as Egg McMuffins at night.
But now they actually
Real
have
talk. Like I actually I was high as hell the other day and got one. Yeah. But here's the trick, yo. Tell them to give you the scrambled eggs so you're not having them fucking egg farts. Them egg muffin farts be the worst, bro.
That's the last thing I can eat there. Breakfast at McDonald's. I can't even touch anything else on their menu. I drive by McDonald's and get nauseated.
The Egg McMuffin is one of the healthiest things you can get from McDonald's. There was a book called "You Can Eat This or That," and it's basically it has all the junk food restaurants, and it tells you like the fucking most low damage thing you can eat, and the Egg McMuffin was made the list.
There you go.
Cause look, it's a muffin, a fucking egg, and a piece of ham and American cheese. Is that Tekashi 6ix9ine looking like?
No, this is what he'll look like after he's in protection in Arkansas, enjoying his new life.
Yo, for real talk. Like even like if he wasn't Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he's like, he was gonna have to come out and stab somebody early in prison because he was. They was gonna have that motherfucker looking beautiful. It was finna have his ass looking. He's got soft, even features, and he's kind of a petite fella. Like,
oh god,
hey, you know somebody? You know there was a big motherfucker in there just rubbing his hands together. Like, yup, I'm gonna put a Snickers bar on this motherfucker's bed, see what happens.
He said, kind of a petite fella.
Yeah, all that, everything. Yeah, they was funny. Yeah, he was gonna have to get clicked up quick or some shit because he could have won a Ladyboy contest. You know.
I think there's going to be a number of. I'm interested to watch hip hop's reaction going forward. I'll send you some updates if I think there's anything interesting. But what are the artists going to say? 50 Cent was already on an interview last week, disassociating himself essentially, saying, "Hey, ain't my boy no more." Now he's his mama's child. You know what I mean? Because he had a lot of support for Tekashi back then.
Well, 50 was smart because 50's a troll too, and 50 like knows how to attach himself to things that are hot. So yeah, okay, he that made sense for him to fuck with Tekashi, but now he's leaving him alone. Like I said, a lot of old cats old cats are just gonna be like, oh well, young cats. I'm kind of curious to see what the fuck.
They've moved on already. I think young kids
they don't even give a fuck.
I don't think they care that much anymore. I think they moved on. I think they have a new trending topic. They got a new viral superstar.
I know, man. It's their attention just goes boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Yeah, they're probably.
I mean, it's been a while. I mean, he was arrested at the end of last year. It's been 9 months or so. He was arrested in October or late October, early November. So it's been about a year. There's plenty of time for them to forget.
That you can do whatever the fuck you want, and people will forget. That is the good thing about right now. You can be a fucking total piece of shit, and then wait a year, come back, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?
Come on,
hey, fucking
get your show back."
Hey, what's up?
Right?
It's like that motherfucker. It's like that fish from Finding Nemo. That's.
I don't think I ever saw that movie, but I felt like somebody was out of pocket.
It's Ellen DeGeneres' fish.
Okay.
Fuck her too. Fake ass bitch. All right.
Well, that was strong there, Jude.
I don't like her.
Is this personal or just from a
distance? I just don't like her. I don't like Ellen DeGeneres. She's too damn happy all the fucking time. Anybody that I don't like anyone that is that happy. I don't trust them. And then I heard shit about her, and I heard she was a piece of shit, and I was like, I knew it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anybody that's that fucking happy, don't trust them.
I've heard that too, by the way. Nasty lady.
Yo, from multiple different people.
Are y'all snitching now?
I'm not.
Like
this ain't snitching. This is me saying fuck her. She's a piece of shit, and I know motherfuckers I can co-sign that shit.
Don't bring Trippie Redd into this.
Trippie Redd was hanging out with her ass at a Melissa Etheridge concert, and that's the fucking truth. All right, coming up next is Drunk, High, or Stupid. Don't go nowhere. Justin, I appreciate you, man.
Likewise, you.
Where can they find you?
At The Company Man on everything.
Rah, rah, rah.